Let me tell you something, Tom. Let me tell you something that you don't know. I know a lawyer. You understand? You might think I don't, but I do, and I'll take you to court.
It's Sunday Morning on CBS. And here again is Jane Pauley.
That's Julianne Moore in the 1997 movie Boogie Nights. One of the most versatile, acclaimed actors working today. She's also one of our most prolific. Now she's earning raves for her latest film and sitting down with us for some questions and answers. Actress Julianne Moore should be exhausted, not because of her 75-plus film credits.
Do you like sex, Mr. Lebowski?
The cult classics,
Sex, the physical act of love, coitus. Do you like it?
the blockbusters.
I am pleased to announce that the victors have been liberated.
The comedies,
I'm trying to think about what I want.
Yeah, me too. Why don't you say it at the same time? 1, 2, 3.
I want a divorce.
and lots of drama.
I never loved anyone as I loved you.
If she's tired, it's only because she had a bad night.
My little dog threw up twice, so I woke up a lot.
And were you at all thinking then about, oh no, this Sunday morning interview?
Yes, I've got to see Jane
I'll
Pauley,
never
and I'm going to look.
sleep.
I'm never
Yes.
going to sleep. I'm going to look terrible. And why? And I slept
So-
fine the other night. Why did it have to be tonight that the dog threw up? And then did it again an hour later. It's like.
Besides the dog, she lives with director Bart Freundlich, her husband of 15 years. They have 2 children.
One's 21 and one is 16.
You know, you've managed to be this prolific actress who seems to have a pretty authentic family life.
Thank you. I'm very proud of my family. They're great. They're wonderful kids, and I wouldn't have been able to do it if I didn't have a partner like Bart.
What was it about you that made being prolific an option?
I don't know. I always say that I'm industrious. You know, I like to work. I love what I do.
Hey, you have a particular interest in our patients' x-rays?
I'm like, oh my God, after all these years, I'm still interested in doing this, but I am.
It shows. Either
Yeah.
that or you're acting.
That's right, here I am. Yeah, that's right, here I am.
How would I know?
Yeah.
Please don't be frightened.
Longtime daytime TV fans might recognize a young Julianne Moore. I think I used to watch As the World Turns.
Did you? I was
But-
Sabrina Hughes.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and then you played twins.
Yes, Sabrina Hughes, her evil half-sister and cousin. We had the same dad, and our moms were sisters, which was so disgusting.
What do you want?
But at 28, she won an Emmy.
I just wanted to find you.
Though the movie star we know didn't make a film until her 30s.
The hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world.
And then her career took off
What are you doing home? You're not supposed to be home now.
with indie classics.
Everybody pities me. Oh, the poor woman saddled with such an old man.
And box office hits. As an actress, I don't worry that Julianne Moore is not going to get phone
Well,
calls.
thank you. I'll call you when I feel insecure then.
Would you?
Yeah.
Say, Jane, it's Julie?
I feel bad. I'm not going to get another job. I don't
Do you ever
know.
feel that way?
Oh, of course, we all do. All actors do. We are self-employed. You know, if you talk to anybody who's self-employed, the minute that job is over, you have to find another one. So people always say, why do you worry that, you know, it'll go away? And I always say, because it's not unprecedented.
4 years ago, at 54, Moore won her 5th Oscar nomination,
Can anyone tell me what it says in the syllabus for today?
playing a college professor with Alzheimer's disease in Still Alice.
And now sometimes I can see the words hanging in front of me and I can't reach them and I don't know who I am and I don't know what I'm going to lose next.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to wait, not knowing if your name will be called? The shot is on you.
Well, I will tell you that by the time you get to the Oscars, people generally know who's going to win. That being said, I think it's always hard because you have to find a way to feel natural when it's the least natural thing in the world.
Julianne Moore, Still Alice.
At that point, I had won all of the awards up to that, so I remember somebody said to me, if you're not winning tonight, it'll be the biggest upset in Academy history, and I thought, please don't let it be the biggest upset.
Could you live with a skull?
Oh, yeah.
What would you do with it?
Put it in a bowl.
We're browsing a furniture showroom because this is Julianne Moore's happy place.
I have a lot of stuff from his store.
Its owner, Evan Lobel, helped design her New York City townhouse, recently featured in Architectural Digest. She's come a long way.
As a kid, I liked my room to be structured and plain. I wanted it to be really simple, like a monk's cell or something. I just wanted it to be neutral. But my taste gradually developed and I became educated, so it became more interesting.
Home was anywhere her dad was posted. The oldest of three, she was born at Fort Bragg.
You were Julie Smith.
Yeah. Well, I was Julie Smith until I graduated from college, and when I got my first job, you can't have the same name as any other actor in the union. And Anne is my middle name, and was my mother's first name, and Moore is my father's middle name, and I wanted to make sure that I used both of their names professionally so I didn't hurt anybody's feelings.
Her mom was Scottish and a psychiatric social worker. Her father, a military judge. And she says she feels her parents' influence when choosing roles.
I look back and I think about all the conversations that we had at dinner about who people are and why they did what they did. It's fascinating to me. That's what you're always kind of looking at.
Like the drug-addicted porn star losing custody of her child, the 1950s housewife with a bisexual husband, or the lesbian wife and mom having an affair with a man.
Describe for me what that common thread is of women who otherwise are really different, and yet the thing that interests Julianne Moore will always interest Julianne Moore.
Right.
Is
that they're generally a woman that people don't see. So she's not always the person that you would consider to be at the center of the story.
You are describing the opening scene of Gloria Bell.
Right, yeah.
The early reviews have been glowing.
I'm divorced.
So am I.
In one of the movie description of Gloria Bell is a woman looking for love on the dance floor.
Yeah.
But what else?
I think it's an exploration of a woman's life. It's just a way. It's a way to take a lens to an ordinary woman's life to really see who she is, and to watch her in all the minutia of her day, to watch her interact with the people that she loves and she cares about.
Some describe it as a celebration of middle age.
That sounds like a tagline,
yeah.
right?
How could you be so rude, Arnold?
For what?
I was introducing you to my family.
By the way, Gloria Bell might leave filmgoers rethinking the middle-age doldrums.
Your personal drama is immense. If you were being filmed, you would say to yourself, well, maybe it's not, immense enough for a movie, but it is. And this is a movie about that. This is a movie about the enormity of personal experience.
Did I mention she's 58? And the significance of that?
Julianne Moore can have a career, be in her 50s, and celebrate middle age. And those, I used to interview a lot of actors and actresses where I would have tiptoed around that
Right.
topic.
I don't think we have to anymore. I don't think we should anymore. I think we devalue ourselves by doing that. We know that everywhere you are in your life is interesting to you. So why shouldn't it be compelling to the rest of the world too?